So our community groups gather, twice a month to eat a meal together. And I think the one danger is to come in and just assume nothing of spiritual importance is happening in that moment. I think normally I grew up in churches where, like, when you get together, you do a Bible study or you do sermon discussions. And the only edifying thing that you Christians could do when they gather together is to do some sort of like something like that. And I just don't think
Like there needs to be an agenda.
there needs to be an agenda. And I just don't really, I think that's a ditch we can fall into. It seems as if, like, throughout the biblical story, when the people of God, like, meals end up being like these lightning rods for divine action.
Hmm.
And I think we need to think of them not so much as like nothing happening there, but like we should approach them expectantly that God meets his people in these moments really powerfully. And I say, so I think like so when I'm talking to my community group leaders, I say, like, you can default to on one side to saying, hey, this is just, you're only doing something useful if you have a program. And I think on the other side, you have folks, and I think I'm more like this, where it's like, like when we gather together to eat a meal, it's just a dinner party. I think, like, in general, it's like we have to cultivate leaders and like hearts that are expectant that God could move in
Yeah.
moments like that,
Right.
and be willing to pivot when the Spirit might show up. Like, this is like really vague, but I think like what do we do with the biblical truths? Like, I think the first thing you have to do with the biblical truth is get it into your heart. And I think what the Bible teaches us to expect over meals is that God would move in surprising ways.